Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And we are back here on Katz and Cosby. Well, the New York Times finally puts a headline out saying, time to acknowledge reality. America has a marijuana problem. I think we all knew that, but the New York Times is finally waking up. Well, joining us now to talk about all of this is Kevin Sabet. He is the president and CEO of a group called SAM, which is Smart Approaches to Marijuana. What do you make? Is it so bad that finally the New York Times had to concede?
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone's waking up to this. It's a reality that if you have eyes to see with and nose to smell with, that marijuana has just gotten out of hand. And today's weed is so much stronger than it used to be. It's 5 to 50 times stronger. It can be 99% potent, very different than 4% in the Woodstock days. So it's causing psychosis, schizophrenia. It's stinking up our cities, and people are finally noticing. I'm very happy the New York Times is finally acknowledging what so many of us already have known for a while.
Kevin, I got to ask you a question, because this is something John and I and Craig and Fernando, we were talking before the show. And somebody said, okay, how many do you think, what percentage of people are using marijuana? If they were really 100% honest, I said 50%. I'm telling you, if you walk down any street in New York City, I'd say 80%. You walk down the street, but honestly, what do you think is the real number of how many people are actually using this very potent?
Don't volunteer information. Tell him. Let's see.
Well, it depends on what the age group, where you're talking about. I mean, in the United States, about a quarter of Americans reported using marijuana at least once in the last year. And we basically have about 15 to 20% are current users. Of those current users, over 50% of them use it every day. So that's the issue here. And that's why the Times woke up, is that it's not so much about the occasional use. It's about the fact that we now have more people using marijuana daily than drinking daily. And it's something that we had really never seen before in terms of the numbers. Of marijuana users, of heavy marijuana users in this country.
So we have a bunch of zombies walking around.
I mean, look, it's at least about 18 to 20 million using it almost daily. I mean, that is, and many more millions using it on a weekly or, let's say 2-week basis. And so, but what they're using is also even different than if it was the hippies that were using it in the 60s. It's so much stronger. The psychosis, the schizophrenia, the learning disabilities, and the memory issues, not to mention driving and workplace accidents. It's why we need to roll back the commercialization of marijuana, stop letting these big companies promote it. I'm not saying we throw people in prison for it, but you can have something in between throwing people in prison and, commercializing it like tobacco.
Yeah, it's so accessible.
I got to tell you a quick story.
All right.
In the summertime on weekends, I live in Southampton, one of the wealthiest counties in New York State, one of the wealthiest in the country. And we have the Southampton mayor talking to us at a breakfast meeting, about 50, 60, 70, 80 people. And they're considering taking marijuana store in Southampton. And the mayor says, and we're going to make an extra $1 million a year. I said, go F yourself.
Good for you.
Go F yourself. You got a zillionaires in here in Southampton, and you're worried about $1 million? Yeah, I mean, give me a break.
It's crazy.
No, that's and it's destroying communities. I mean, think about what that would have done to Southampton, John.
That's a true story.
Yeah, I agree.
One car crash would have cost more than $1 million, by the way. I was at one of them.
Kevin, it's Judge Richard Weinberg. Good to talk to you.
You were there for that breakfast.
I was there for that breakfast. Listen, the fact that this is a bad drug. It's a gateway to other worse drugs. You're correct about the difference. And from the old days in the 60s, it's a different kind of marijuana. It's much more dangerous. And the fact of the matter is, these kids, when they're young and they're smoking, the teenagers, the brain doesn't really settle to about, 26 years of age. Isn't that right?
What about all the
That's
homeless
exactly right.
people? I have not, I'm telling you, there are so many like disturbed, mentally ill, you want them to be high as a kite?
No, but
that's right. No, there already are, and it's making them even more. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the linkage, by the way, between the homelessness and drug addiction and mental illness is all linked together.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why it's a big deal.
We've underestimated marijuana. We've seen it as a soft drug and whatnot. And the issue is it's not bringing in, first of all, the revenue it was promised at all because it's costing more than it's bringing in. Number two, the underground market, the dealers are thriving. They're not going away. They are bigger than ever because they can undercut the legal price. They're taking advantage of the normalization of it. So we didn't even get some of the positives we were promised. It was all the negatives. And that's why states like Massachusetts are looking at actually going back and reversing legalization. And my organization, SAM, is working with these different states, Massachusetts, Maine, Arizona. Different places are actually saying, you know what? Maybe this wasn't a great idea.
Craig, real quick.
Kevin, you know what? I live in Bay Ridge, and there are 3 cannabis stores within a 10-block radius. And you got to blame the state Senate, because when they put these rules together as to where the stores could be, they didn't protect the citizens.
Yeah, you're right. They're in every place. They're in every place. Kevin, thank you very, very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, big stuff. Thank you.
And what do we all stand for?
Truth,
justice, and the American way. God bless America.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.